In this video, I'm going to talk about timing your hit. So, what's timing? And what kind of timing systems are known? Timing is whenever you want to hit the ball, you control yourself so you don't go too early or be too late. And you have your own timing system where you hit the ball and you use the system in order to stay in this area where you're comfortable with hitting the ball. So you don't just, when you're pumped up with adrenaline, you really want to hit, and then they throw you off with a bad pitch, and then you go anyway, and then you do something you're not supposed to do or meant to do, and you go fly out, which ends up being bad for your team and yourself. So timing systems are different. It can be a wiggle with the hands. Some people do exaggerated, like Mike Nino, and some people just wiggle halfway. Some people just don't wiggle at all. They use the second system, the most common system. It's all about the step where you touch the ground with your left foot or right foot, depending on your left or right. So what happens is your brain gets wired, your muscle memory gets refreshed and rewritten by, if my foot is not touching the ground, I'm not swinging. Nothing moves. So I'm like this. I don't go. I rewire my system to swinging whenever I hit the ground. As soon as I have contact, it's a go. It's a green light. So it looks like this. The ball is traveling and I haven't decided to hit. My foot is in the air. I can stand like this for a long time. And when I decide it's time to go, I hit the ground. As soon as I contact, my whole body goes and it's the swing. And why a timing system is important? Pitchers tend to use this trick with almost every hitter they face, and it works most of the time. It's not like as effective as baseball because you can wait, but it is the changing the speed of the pitch. I have realized it myself during the tournament that if the pitcher stays with a consistent speed, I time myself and I hit it. And sometimes there are some pitchers that have extremely slow pitches, like slower than their normal. And when you see the ball's in the air, your brain watches the ball to the certain point and decides like, okay, when we start swinging now, the ball is gonna be here, everything's a match, and you go. But the ball is way slower that your brain doesn't register it at that moment, and you swing, you get under the ball because you're way too early, and then you pop up. In order to deal with change up, slow, intermediate, and fast pitching time or pitching speed, if the ball is coming way slow, if the ball is coming way too fast, one common solution to that, timing mechanism. If you time it with your hands or with your step or both, you cannot go too early because your body is not ready. Your hands are still here or you're already here. You don't want to go. You watch the ball. You tend to see the ball in slow motion, kind of. After you get your timing system right, you don't pay attention to your swing, how I'm gonna swing. You just want to see the ball. If it's a strike, where I'm gonna hit it, depending on where you decided to hit. You're just waiting. You watch the ball and you decide it's too early, it's coming slow. You wait until it gets where you want it, and then you go. So the common mistake is when you start playing Slowpitch softball, you tend to, in order to keep it simple, you just stand there, you're ready, you just want to fire, which is the right approach if you're a beginner. But the pitchers tend to use that a lot against you because you have no timing system. You're just ready to fire. And what happens is When the pitch is coming normal, you're ready, you fire, you have a hit, amazing. When the pitch is turning into slower motion, slower speed, when the pitch comes way slower than you expected, you start your swing, but you tend to slow down your swing. Then you hit it, infield ground ball or to a line drive to an infielder, because you slow down your swing to the speed of the ball, and you just have really easy out. Or if you're lucky, you might hit it to a gap. In order to be able to time the ball really well, you have to be able to practice it against different pitchers and different pitchers. I recommend going to league night, to a not so important game that you're just having fun and you face different pitchers all day. You can just start using your timing mechanism and practice it. Sometimes you're gonna be way too early, sometimes you're gonna be way too late, but this is a skill that should be built over experience. What else could a timing mechanism bring to you is, if you start timing yourself with the contact of the front foot, you also can get used to exploding your hips. Since 70% of our swing power comes from our hips, if you're standing in the ready position and just swinging, you might just go hands because your body reacts to the ball and you just want to have contact. You just use your hands, and then it's just a really weak hit. But if you time it and then you step into the ball, your lower body tends to go as soon as you hit. This step should weight change and the swing tend to have a bigger benefit hitting the ball at the right time, plus hitting the ball with the right power. Thank you for watching.